Hello. How goes it? How goeth? How are you all doing? Are you all okay? I wish that these were real voices. Instead, I just have to read them. I'm going to assign you all your own accent in my head. Can you hear me loud and clear? I've got two screens set up today. I feel like I'm inside the Nebuchadnezzar in the Matrix. How are you guys doing? How do you guys do? Did you enjoy Money Game? Did you enjoy the live stream? I'm having a nervous breakdown. I'm still on the tail end of it, to be honest. I've still got a blocked ear from COVID, and I'm still like, I've never experienced more adrenaline than I have this morning, like hoping that everything would go right and go the way that I intended it to. My God, man, I'm still kind of like reeling from everything, to be honest. So I thought I'd do a stream. I've got to love and leave you guys probably in about 45 minutes, but I thought I'd jump on quickly, have a little chat with you guys. That was fun, wasn't it? It was a bit of chaos. Man, like, a lot of this stuff was being pulled together frantically. I slept for about 3 hours last night, and I woke up at 6 a.m, like, in pure adrenaline, hoping that everything would work out today, and, like, literally minutes before. Basically, I was exporting that video file at the end of the live stream, if anybody caught the live stream. I was exporting that at 6 a.m, and then it took so long to export. And then it told me it was going to take 2 hours to upload to send to Connor, who was going to live stream the very last bit, coordinated with Streamlabs. That didn't work because it told us it was going to take 2 hours to upload. So I had to do it. I had to crash course, learn OBS software. Fuck me, man. Oh, God. Anyway, that's just technical bullshit that you guys don't need to worry about because it all worked out well in the end. It was just, it took a long time to get there, man. Woo! Oh, allow me to eat my own fist live on stream. That's what you came here to see. Did you guys like Money Game? I'll take questions. Who was happy that they burnt the money? Who was sad that they burnt the money? First of all, let's start some interesting discussions. Oh, it's pretty 50. It looks pretty 50-50. It's interesting that it's pretty 50-50. The people who were happy, why? And the people who were sad, why? And I'm going to read out some reasons. I want to know what your reasons are. A little thought project. Because it was greed that made them look for more. Curiosity. The question is, when you listen to Alfie, he was like, I think this is what Ren wants us to do. It's part of the experience. So I don't know. I didn't really get the impression that it was coming from a place of greed. I thought it was more along, he wanted to go along with the experience of what it was. And also taking the money and not gambling could have also been seen as greed. So there were actually two options that you could argue that both actions, there was an element of greed involved. Someone's like, I've heard it all before, mate. Not fucking interested. That's all right, mate. I'm having fun. I would know. Okay, this is an interesting this is the most interesting argument. I'm going to talk about what actually happened afterwards, but the most interesting comment is I would never burn money because there are people in need, right? The reason that's so interesting for me, because it almost means like if that's the sentiment and that's the feeling, then the point of the video is kind of gone above the point of the last video that I've made, and the point of Money Game has kind of extended. So somebody else is in need. By you burning that, you are depriving somebody else of something that they need, because money can feed them, money can shelter them, right? What is money? It's an idea assigned to a bit of paper. What can that bit of paper actually do for those people? Okay, So extrapolate that a little bit. These systems that we've created, right, intertwined with this idea of trade, which is money. These systems that we've created means that when people are pursuing money, companies, big corporations, they're making decisions which trickle down and affect every single person, from the working class to the middle class to the upper class. This idea has become, we become so entrenched with this idea, and we believe it so much that it's the law, like it, as if it was the laws of physics. It's an unarguable idea, money, so it seems these days. The people who need help, those people that you're talking about, the starving children who need help from that money, go a little bit deeper than if they have money, their life will be fine. Why are they starving? When we live in a world where there are... oh, fuck. Oh. So I'm a bit sleep deprived. When we live in a world with enough resources to clothe, shelter, feed, heal every person on earth, right? We have that capacity with the shifting of the right ideas. It's not the fact that they don't have money that they're suffering. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The fact that they don't have money, yes, would temporarily fix that problem, but it wouldn't eradicate a long lineage of suffering for more and more people, because of the idea, because this whole concept and this game that we've created is very beneficial in a lot of ways. It inspires and motivates innovation, but it also creates a lot of suffering, and could be changed if we didn't believe those ideas as though they were as stone, set in stone as the laws of physics. It's just fucking paper that we've attributed value to. And money's a good idea. Money's not a bad thing. Money's an invention. It's like the internet. It's like everything. Everything is just it comes from people's ideas and people's values. But by burning money, you're not depriving somebody else of a better life, really. Because it's the idea. You're burning the idea that deprives someone of a better life. But that idea is rooted much fucking deeper than just the money itself. That idea is rooted in the infrastructures we've created. That idea. And what makes those infrastructures suffer is hoarding of wealth. Is when trade, is when the money, the thing, the tool becomes the end. It's a tool. It's not an end. When people are accumulating it for the sake of accumulating it, right? Just so they have more and more and more, because we are raised to want more and more and more, and the more will give us happiness. It will give us an internal sense of peace. It's fucking bullshit, mate. I'm making more money this year. I'm not happy. Like, I'm not happy with how things are going, like, in the whole world. Like, I'm happy in myself that my health is improving. But anyway, sorry, I got a little bit carried away there. But it's not, and then the answer also, because someone's just like, well, then take your money and give it to other people. You're still not solving the problem. You're creating a short period of time where someone's life, that individual's life is slightly improved, but we still believe in it so much that we're not actually willing to change the thing that will change fucking everything. That will change everything for everybody, which is more collaboration, more unity. I can't give you the answers because I don't know the answers. I've got one person with enough time, but we know the answers, and that was the whole point of this riddle: is that collectively, collaboratively, we know the answers with collective intelligence. You have people solving, like Jake is a security expert, and he was creating coding riddles that are like, for the average person would be impossible to solve. People solving these things in 20 minutes because of collective intelligence. If we actually work together and collaborate together, using the power of collective intelligence, I think we can come up with some fantastic solutions. No, I don't have those solutions, but yes, we do have those solutions if we want them. And that's the whole point. We've got to want them. We got to stop being so fucking distracted. Sorry, it's probably a combination of sleep deprivation and all the adrenaline of today. Whew. All right. Anyway, the stream itself, the money wasn't real. So anybody thinking that it deprived people, but it doesn't really fucking matter if it was real or not. That's the point. It's an idea. If it's not real, it's still real. If I decide it's real, if we decide it's real, because that's all money is. We've just decided that it means this, that, and that, and that these systems of interest, of accumulated interest, of all of that, it's all just a complex web of ideas that we've come up with to govern how we interact with each other. And there are a lot of things like that may seem like self-contradictory with this as well. I don't believe that being rich is evil. I don't believe that being powerful is evil. I don't believe that any of these things are necessarily bad things, as long as the infrastructure below it are fixed and it doesn't trickle down and lead to a suffering of somebody else because of the fact that the systems are weighted in a certain way. That means that there are a lot of people, when decisions are being made high up by the rich and greedy that trickle down and affect everybody else, and then everybody else are so hyperpolarized that they blame each other and they go, oh, this is the fault of X, Y, Z. They're blaming benefit fevers. They're blaming the immigrants that are coming in and ruining everything. They're blaming everything. But the fact of the infrastructure itself that compounds the whole thing, these things will never stop happening until we change the infrastructure. They'll never stop happening. And it will be this perpetually repeating cycle of people blaming the people who aren't to blame. Like it may sound conspiracy like, but it's black and white. It's in plain sight. It's in plain sight. Yeah. Hang on, I'm just going to compose myself for a second and then take some more questions. Sorry I got so heated about that. Okay. Hit me with some questions. So, sorry to that lady who said the simple thing about money and I went on a 10-minute rant. I'm sorry about that. You know, one of the reasons that it's so personal to me is because let's take it down to a personal experience that affects every single one of us. For me, it's healthcare, right? The way that the health system is built, I think the UK is fantastic because it has a public healthcare system, and I think that healthcare should be a basic human right. The issue is it's stretched to the point where sometimes that healthcare system isn't effective for people with complex health problems, and sometimes complex health problems aren't researched because they don't lead to profit. Whereas you have something like male pattern baldness that's got so much money in the research of it for men going bald because it's an aesthetic thing, right? So, and it makes a lot of money because nobody, you know, but we value aesthetics very, very highly, and that's fine. You know, I'm not criticizing that, but the issue is when you have these more complex, insidious health problems, they don't garner enough attention to be able to raise enough money to have a team of people looking for cures and stuff like that, and that's because of a profit. That's because of a profit-based economy. It's one of the big reasons, and a profit-based economy is one of the reasons that patents for things like AIDS medicine exists, which then hacks up the price of AIDS medication, which then makes people who are below the poverty line, who may contract something like that, it's pretty much impossible for them to get help, you know, and in certain countries, not all of them. So that's where the profits into why in a negative way. I'm not going to sit here and look, profit's also very positive in a lot of ways. It inspires innovation, it inspires invention, it motivates people. So it's a double-edged sword, and really what I believe in a future is you take what you love, you take what's working, and then you step forward into the future. You don't have to burn down the whole system to start again. You don't have to. You take what's working, you look at the parts that aren't, and you question them and say, why is this working? Is this hindering us? Is this even leading to a point where we are actually heading to the destruction of our own communities, of our own infrastructures? And that's what we see. That's what we see in the modern age. There are parts that work and there are parts that don't. I'm not even going to sit here and say that I'm an anti-capitalist, because there are elements of it that work, just like there are elements of socialism that work and that don't work. You know, like it's not either or. These are all ideas that we've come up with, and I think that between us, we can come up with much better ideas too, and build upon what's working already. Why did Knox not make it through the cutting room floor? Well, everybody but me had didn't have a sack on, so you wouldn't have been able to tell anyway. My suit got soaked, but it did survive. It did survive. I've still got that suit and I'll probably keep it forever, man. I love keeping the little bits of memorabilia from music videos. I've kept the raincoat from Money Game 1 as well. And I've kept every jacket that I've ever worn in a video. I can't bring myself to get rid of them because they've got a lot of sentimental value for me. Yeah, man, I never really get a chance to put a suit on because I'm a delinquent. So I never really wear suits very much. Because I feel like a fraud when I'm dressed all proper, but I liked it. I felt like I pulled it off. Maybe I should wear suits more. It felt like I was somebody else for a little while there. One of the violinists did get wet. Yes. Has anyone got any all right, and also as well, I wanted to talk about this live stream a little bit because we did so many clever things that got overlooked in this live stream. Maybe some people have caught them. The first thing throughout the riddles, the most obvious thing is we were creating a challenge centered around greed and using money as the incentive. So the very first thing is right out the gate, it was very ironic. I had a lot of fans like messaging me being like, Ren, don't get this game, mate. Don't like it. Don't like what you're doing. You're selling out, mate. You're doing something that's really not you. You're going against what you stand for. I was like, oh, you're telling me what I stand for. All right then. So I think a lot of people dropped off, but I like it. I like it when I upset people who don't know what to expect, because it's like I always want to create a situation where it's kind of unpredictable. And there was a chunk of people who didn't like it and were like, I'm not going to play for money. Some people were like, if I get the money, I'm just giving it away straight away. I wouldn't ever play for money. And like, it was funny watching people react in this way, because it created a little bit of polarization right out the start. And I liked that because I knew that when we got to the end, those people would be like, motherfucker. So I like that. I like that initial negative response by some people. Some people got on board. They jumped into the riddles. They were decoding all these crazy challenges and stuff that we had. That was amazing to see. I had a lot of clues in those challenges. I dropped a lot of hints about George Orwell, Jura, the Isle of Jura. I dropped a lot of hints about the story of Adam and Eve and Eden throughout it. Even by like on the Spotify, a picture of the tree of life, loads of quotes from Genesis, quotes from the story of Eden, hidden inside all of the riddles. So it was all leading somewhere intentionally. I'd picked it apart and thought about all the various intricate little details that I could put in there and hide in there. The biggest thing that nobody, not one single person got this. Not one single person got that Pig Bay, the Twitter account, their location said Scotland and their Twitter handle was Pig Bay. It's spelled Pig B-I-B-A-E, right? The suitcase was hidden on Pig Bay, B-A-Y, in Scotland, on Jura. That was the clue. It was in plain sight from the second riddle. It was in front of everybody, and nobody got it. And that's brilliant. I'm so fucking happy. Nobody got it. Nobody. Not a single person. And it was guessable. That was the amazing thing, is that it was guessable. We didn't create an impossible riddle. We did create a lot of tangents that people could go on, and we did create a lot of red herrings in the very last riddle, like some coding things that people will hate me for. But not a single fucking person messaged saying, I think it's on Jura, the coordinates of Jura, of Pig Bay. And it was surprising to me, but it was kind of like intentional. I wanted to make the answer something like that so I could sit here and gloat. And now I can sit here and gloat and it feels fantastic. Woo. The boat already had the name Jenny Wren. That was just a really serendipitous weird thing. You know, like when serendipitous things happen and you're like, am I in a fucking simulation right now? So when we went, because we were looking into how we're going to get people to Jura, we were going to look into the transportation and stuff of it. The person willing to ferry people over to Jura, right? Their boat happened to be called Jenny Wren. Jenny and Wren at the same time. Like, what the... What? No, what are the chance? What if it was called Wren alone? That would be serendipitous. If it's called Jenny alone, pretty lucky. Both of them, like, I swear, I'm actually promised that was not set up by us. That was not arranged by us. That was pure chance and luck that happened. Yeah, crazy. I feel like we're in a simulation. None of this matters. Me getting all upset doesn't matter because none of this is fucking real. Anyway, more things that we hid. The Isle of Jura. The reason we chose the Isle of Jura. George Orwell conceptualized 1984 on the Isle of Jura. KLF travelled to the Isle of Jura and they burnt a suitcase allegedly full of £1 million to make a statement. It was something I was very inspired by. I knew this story years ago. Something I was really inspired by. And all the pieces just kind of added up. The other thing, another moment of brilliant serendipity. Today's date is the 12th of October. In George Orwell's Animal Farm, the 12th of October is the Battle of the Cowshed, which is when the humans try and take the farm back from the animals and they lose. And the animals manage to gain control. That's the 12th of October. Go and have a look at that date in the book. It's the 12th of October. So there was a lot of intent behind the location, basically. There's a lot of time and intent behind the location. There's a lot of intent behind the day. And that very last speech that I did so much to the animators that helped me put together the video for that. So lyricvids.com helped me put that. And then my friend Lewis, he helped me with the animation on the second half. And then my other friend Josh, like, tirelessly worked on these videos with me. And he put a lot of blood, sweat and tears into those videos. He stayed up all night last night helping get one. So I wouldn't be able to do what I do without, like, amazing people behind me. Again, a testament to collaboration, a testament to unity. I wouldn't have been able to do this by myself. I just wouldn't. I would have crumbled. Even what I was doing alone was, like, overwhelming and very time consuming. So big up them. Big up Jake. Jake is a legend for programming. For programming all those more coding based riddles. They were impossible. Congratulations if any of you guys who cracked those are in this chat. It went over my head when I was explaining them to me. So big up Jake, man. Big up Jake. Big up Connor. Big up everyone who kind of, like, put this together. Big up Alfie. Big up Josh. Big up basically fucking Kai, Vic and Joe. 100%, because Vic and Joe, I don't know if you guys did the interactive live game. That was sick. The interactive live game, that was all Vic and Joe. Like, we got on a Zoom call, we plotted out the storyline between us. We all sat down, plotted out the storyline. They went off, took the idea and turned it into that live interactive Bandersnatch style game. So that was incredible. That was incredible. Alfie is the kid who set fire to a suitcase full of money. Yeah. The fucking legend. Alfie's a legend. To be honest, everyone is a legend who brought this together and made the experience what it was. It was probably my favorite thing I've done in my life, considering how much work went into it and how much I felt like I was, like, having a nervous breakdown every single day this week. It was my favorite thing I've done in my life. I was crying while the live stream went on. It's funny because my favorite thing I've done in my life isn't music, which is strange. The live stream, don't get me wrong, Money Game 3, I'm so proud of. It's probably one of my favorite videos I've ever done. But this live experience was, yeah, it was one of my favorite moments ever. Oh yeah, there's an album coming out tomorrow. I forgot about that. I've got an album. Yeah, well, there's an album coming out maybe tomorrow. Yeah, fuck it, man. I'm bad at I'm bad at like the more like traditional corporate ways of promoting things. I forgot. I got so wrapped up in this whole fucking trying to make a statement, burning a fucking suitcase full of money, that I forgot that I've got an album coming out. Yeah, there's probably an album coming out tomorrow. Who fucking cares? But yeah, seriously guys, if you want, we can all watch Money Game together. I can break that down with you a little bit if you want. Have any of you got any more questions about the stream before I head into the world of Money Game? Hit me with some more stream questions, and then we'll talk about Money Game. There were real winners, so there were, and people were really winning money, and you can check up with the actual winners themselves. Like, I was giving away money. I was giving away money for this, and my own money that I've made from the pre-orders of this album. Like, that was a really important part of this for me, because I felt like if I was just to make this message and just like, it felt kind of unfair. It felt unfair to bring my community in on a false promise. So there was money. And people were winning money, and some people donated the money, some people used that money for vet bills, for medical care. Like, there was money to be won, and quite a lot of money to be won. So that was a really important part for me to feel like this was integral. Like, I didn't want to just create this without giving away something of mine, because then I felt like it was almost like I'm not making the point properly, if that makes sense. If I'm talking about this idea, but I'm unwilling to give away my own money, then I'm still being greedy in that. You know what I mean? So I had to give it away. Why so few female collaborators on this project? Not intentional. It's just that, like, Josh, Jake and Connor, who have been helping me with these things, they just happen to have the skill sets and be part of my friend circle that I was looking for. It wasn't a conscious decision like, oh, you're a guy, you're with me. It was just that these happen to be really close friends of mine who I believed could bring it together. Look, I mean, I'm working with some amazing women in my life, like Brigitte, who's helping set up like all the designs for all these things. I need to shout out her as well, because she set up the video. She set up the Pig Bay website, and she did a lot of the designs for a lot of like the branding, like the Envy pill as well, the branding on that. And she's fucking amazing. Like, she's doing a better job than any of the guy mates that I know that do design, which is why she is doing design for me, and why she did all the album covers and stuff as well. So yeah, it's not a conscious decision that there was more men involved in the project. It just that happened to be more guys that with that skill set that we needed at the time, that were in my close circle of friends. But like, yeah, I mean, if there are anyone who wants to jump on board the next project that's fucking killing it with those things, jump on board, man. I'm not going to be like, oh no, I'm so sorry, you could have helped, but you're a woman, so you're gonna have to sit this one out, pal. But yeah, no, big up Brigitte. She's fucking inspiring and talented from the day I've met her. What do I think about, this is not related to Jura, what do I think about cannabis medicine? I think cannabis can have its uses. I also think it can, depending on your mental temperament, it can also exacerbate like psychosis and stuff, but it can also make you feel pretty great and have a nice time. So it's all down to the individual. I think it's less destructive than alcohol. How long did it take to think about this game? I had the idea to burn a suitcase full of money back in March this year, and a lot of people told me not to do it, and a lot of people warned me against it and said that it was too distasteful. And I was really set on it, to be honest. Like, I was warned that it would be like a bad career move, etc. Blah, 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 blah. And I thought I would do it anyway. Because I wanted to. And because I think it made the message better. So I did it. Have I spoken to Alfie afterwards? Yeah. Alfie's a legend, man. I love Alfie. Well, it was. No, I've said you know, I don't want to. I almost want to leave it. I want to leave some of it as an enigma, because I think it's more interesting if some of it's left as an enigma. So I don't want to answer too many questions about the money, and I don't want to answer too many questions about the involvement of the streamer and Alfie either. I think it's nicer if I leave that down to your interpretation, to be honest. So that's what I'm going to do for eternity. So yeah, you guys decide what happened. And also, it doesn't matter, because if it matters, then the point of it really is lost. And if it matters to the point where it's corrupting the point or making the point seem more or less poignant, I think it also means that the point is lost. So that's why I don't think it should matter. I don't even think it should matter if the money was real or not either. I don't think any of those things necessarily matter in the broader scheme of things, because that's the whole point. It's how much it matters. The point is how visceral your experience is to seeing it getting burnt. The point is what you feel, what it makes you feel, what it makes you question, what it makes you want to talk about. That's the whole point of it. And that's not really up to me. That's up to you. You can think that I'm a massive twat, and that's still a very valid response. And you should own it and hate me if you want to. That's fine. I think I'll ask Alfie if he liked the apple. I'll send him a message. It looked like a tasty apple. I wonder if Eve liked the apple. Any more questions? Any last questions about Jura? And then we'll move on. How many pigmen do I have? That was one of the times that Vic wasn't the pigman in Jura, because Vic couldn't make it, so we didn't have Vic as the pigman that day. I think that it was either Kai or Connor. I need to double check, because they both went, so it's either Kai or Connor. I'll double check and find out. I am going live with Nox not tomorrow, Saturday, unless it's some people's Friday. But I'm going to go live with Nox tomorrow. Yeah. No, Saturday. Sorry. Connor was saying that he's the pigman. Give Connor some love for being the pigman. Let's go. Also, can we just, in general, chat, can we just give Connor a lot of love, because he helped so much pull this whole thing together. Like, without him, this whole thing would have fallen apart. So, like, a lot of people behind the scenes don't get as much love because they're behind the scenes, and they need to get equally as much love. So, come on. Fucking come on. Give that boy a round of applause. Give Sam a round of applause. Give Josh, give Brigitte, give Vic, give Joe, all of those people. Give Kai, all of those people. Just give them the love they deserve, man. They fucking... They pulled this stream, like... Yeah, they made this stream what it was, which is one of my favourite moments in my life. So they deserve endless credit from me and from you. If you enjoyed it, then they are equal parts of it than I am. Yes, there's a lot of love. I hope if any of you guys like Vic or Brigitte or anyone are watching, you're feeling the love right now, because there's a lot of it coming at you. Come on. Fuck yeah. Love, 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 love. Big love to Jake as well. Big love to Jake. And then just the team of everyone else surrounding this, helping it put together, distributors, everyone like that who's been involved to putting this together. Everyone everyone has been beautiful in making this day one of my favourite days ever. Oh, Wolf, yeah, man. Fucking big up Mr. Wolf. Wolf Johnson, his documentary thing will be coming out soon. So keep an eye out for that as well, because he's made a behind the scenes documentary that is going to be good. I love you when you're an ass. That's a pretty accurate description, yeah. Right. There's a fucking album coming out. Isn't there? Fucking brilliant, mate. There's an album coming out tomorrow. Yeah, man. It's coming out at midnight. Do you guys want to listen to a song together that isn't out yet? I just came up with that idea on the spot. Me too. Wait, let me try and sort out loop back so I can make this a thing. I've just got to tweak the audio settings a second. Loop back. Right. Okay. QuickTime player. I just got to set up something in Streamlabs very quickly. You just bicker amongst yourselves. I'll sort this out. QuickTime on. Right, I need to make an audio source. Very exciting. Audio. Where are we? Audio input capture, add source. Add new source instead. Add source. Device, we want QuickTime. Oh, come on, where are you? Oh, maybe I didn't name it QuickTime. Sorry, I'm talking to myself out loud. Very exciting, I know. Where the fuck is loopback? Ah, there it is. Loopback audio 2, okay. Sorry guys, fucking bear with me. This is what happens when things happen that you don't plan. Add source, audio input 2. Cool. That should be on. Audio input 2. Right. Let's try this. Let's try this. Let's see if it works. This is a song called Seven Sins. It's very fitting if you've been with me for this journey of sinning. Let's go. This is one of my favorite songs on the album. Let's go. Hopefully I don't get copyright claimed because it's not even out yet. I usually get copyright claimed on my own music. Tell me if this is playing. Enjoy. Oh wait, hang on, I did that wrong. Right, tell me if this works instead. Tell me if this works.
I lay broken on the kitchen floor. I clawed at the laminate. Pain wandered my body, an uninvited guest. Bones of a home where the devil could rest. I cursed the gods, cursed my messiah, cursed my maker. I cursed all of creation. There I lay, feeble and thin. Sick boy, seven my sin. Have you ever felt pain? Stomach wrenching, unrelenting. Tell me, have you ever felt pain? I'm descending, muscles clenching. Tell me, have you ever felt pain? A rose emerges from the pavement cracks. They'll write my eulogy with broken glass. Rage, vengeance, killers, psychopath. Sin 7, greed. Greed plants a seed that will destroy us all if we succumb to greed. If we take what we need, then take more than we need, then our oceans will bleed. Still we feed and we sleep and repeat. Then we exile the shepherds and follow the sheep. We inherit the meat. We inherit this world that we bruise and we beat. We inherit this vanity, so cause of creeds. Inherit the liars, the murderous thieves. One sin for every one day of the week.
Wait, is my mic back on? Aha, there we go. Back on. Yeah, man, that's one of my faves. That's track numero uno from the album that's coming out at midnight. If you hadn't pre-ordered that album, by the way, I think there's a link that's coming up. I think Connor might have it, but there's a link in my Instagram. There's a link in Money Game comments. There's a link where you can pre-order that album if you haven't done that yet. Helps massively, helps me help creating. So yeah, that'll be out. Chance we'll get a top 5 record with it this week, which would be fucking incredible. Be really like affirming to have gone and to do this independently is crazy. It'll be a really nice thing. Yeah, it'll be a really nice thing. So if you guys want to pre-order that or get that album on download, it's $4.99 in download shop, so it's pretty cheap. If you want to grab that, that'll be sick. Yeah, man. Helps me burn more money. Someone said, yeah. Yeah, you guys spending money helps me burn more. I'm not sure where it is on the chart. I won't find out until I won't actually find out until next Friday, because it comes out tomorrow. And then we've got to wait a week until we find out the result. So we've got a week to find out, man. I'll probably be doing a few more of these streams. Connor and Vic and everyone, they're all coming, and Brigitte and Kai and Josh and everyone, they're all coming to Calgary on Tuesday to celebrate the album coming out. By the way, there's a party being thrown in the UK, in the Secret Garden party. If anyone is in the UK and wants to go like meet Sam, meet Connor, go to the Money Game set where we filmed the video, you can get tickets for that on sale. They're on sale now. Again, that's on my Instagram. I'll post a link to it somewhere in Discord and Facebook later. It's just like if there's a bunch of people in the UK who want to like hang out with each other, just like chill. It's going to be a sick weekend. I'm gutted that I'm not going to be there, but Connor and Sam and Vic and everyone will all be there, just living it up. So you should probably go and get stuck in and have a bit of fun with them if you're able to. It's about half an hour outside of London on the train. I'll post that. Yeah, man, and then I think there's a bunch of people doing organising like a camping thing for the Saturday night. So if you get in the Ren's Rabbit Hole group, I think it's on Facebook, I'm sure there'll be people that you can just kind of hang out with. I've got to go shortly because I've got this interview thing that I've got to do. But thank you guys for joining me and hearing me justify the reason that I'm burning the world to the ground, one song at a time. I hope my reasons made sense, and I hope my reasons are something, you know, we're all learning. Maybe I'll disagree with my own reasons in 10 years time, but for right now, that's how I feel. You know, we're all ever evolving, we're all ever changing, but right now, that's how I feel. And if anyone, if it can be a seed of positivity for anybody, and they take something positive from it, that's awesome. Even if all you take from it is, Ren, you're a big dickhead, that's fine too. What can I say, man? It's art. You take it how you take it. But if you've taken something positive from it, then I'm very grateful, and I hope that it leads to some good and a ripple effect of good. Also as well, yeah, so I'm going to put Money Game on live. My food is in the oven because I always time these very badly. I'm just going to go and grab it. But while I grab it, I'm going to show you my very messy screen here. I'm going to close all my tabs. I'm going to go here. I'm going to full screen this. And I'm going to give you Money Game while I go and my food. I'll take some quick questions, and then I've got to shoot off probably about 1:15. So in 15 minutes, I'm going to have to go. But I'm going to leave this on while I go and grab my food. Enjoy it. What can I say? Oh, hang on. I think I've got to put bloody loop back. Bane of my existence, man. On. Oh, it's on. Cool. Tell me if you can hear the sound. Can you hear the sound? Sick. Enjoy it. I'm going to go and grab my food.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. 1 year old and his first words were mine, mine, gimme. 2 years old he was walking, 3 years old walking quickly. 4 years old he was running round the pavements of his city. 5 years old and his daddy told him, listen here son, you gotta learn to be a man. A man, he works for what he wants. 6 years old and he's reading, writing, top of the bunch. And when he's 7, his progression made him student number 1. 8 years old and he's praised for unusual grades. 9, his parents paid for private school to
This is on the album, yeah.
10, 11, 12, 13, he ascends and ascends. His daddy tells him, son, money is the means to all ends. 14, solving complex mathematical equations. At 15, IQ 150, still elevating. 16, he develops complex software code that detects weaknesses in cybersecurity protocols. 17, and he sells his vision, keeping the share. Not yet an adult, but he's practically a millionaire. 18, and his daddy tells him, now you're a man. This world don't give a damn about you, so take all that you can. 19, he turns a profit, stocks and shares, invest in product. 20, double down deposits. 21, his income rockets. 22, he learns the truth is just an obstacle to wealth. If you manipulate the data, then the lie will sell itself. 23, a life of luxury, crystal and cocaine.
It's live,
24,
yeah.
he makes the Forbes list, they're applauding his name. 25, and his daddy tells him, listen here son, while you're sitting in that palace, that don't mean that you won. 26, a business shift, he switches business to arms. He's 27, dealing nuclear and shells in Iran. 28, inside the Senate, money bought him a seat. He's 29, a role of counsel in the president's suite. Now he's 30, his daddy says you're losing the race. You're just a servant to the king, not even in second place. 31, a big maneuver for his daddy's approval. Moving imports over borders from the exports out of Cuba. 32, moving grams, growing kilos to tons. He's 33, filling warehouses with powder and guns. 34, turf war with nobody to stop it. Blind eye from the po-po inside of his pocket.
We had to hide a cut into this one. As much as I wanted to be really ambitious and do it without, we only had one chance to get the water scene right when the water comes from the ceiling. If we'd have got to the end and that would have fucked up halfway through, that whole day would be off. The whole music video would have fucked. So we had to put a cut in for safety's sake, right behind the wheelchair when it's panning. If we hadn't had that cut and something had gone wrong, I would have lost all of that money, all of that preparation that day. So this is one of the rare one-take videos that isn't necessarily a one-take. Still kind of is. It looks like one, but it's not.
35, he gets the call. I'm sorry, son, but it's your father. Had a heart attack. I'm sorry, he's gone. 36, getting pissed off, abusing his product. 37, eyes glazed, disposition demonic. 38, with a prostitute, a moment of passion, heating up a silver spoon and then chasing the dragon. 39, getting reckless and hungry for power. Daddy's words are still driving him to kill and devour. Makes a move against the cartel, but the strategy's flawed. They retaliate and leave him in a hospital ward. A bullet buried in his vertebra and one in his leg. The doctor sighs and says, I don't think you'll be walking again. Fuck.
It's live. You can hear it's live. If you go and check out, you'll be able to hear it's live. But how many takes? I think that for the end scene, it was about 9 or 10. For the start scene, it was about 17 or 18. I think it was, until we got the one we're happy with. Something like that. Sam will be able to know the answer.
Let me tell you a story about a boy named Jimmy. He was 40 and he cursed the words, mine, mine, gimme. 41, he wasn't walking. 42, not walking quickly. 43, never running round the pavements of his city. 44, inside a palace with a mountain of gold, but those riches turned to rubble and
I love these strings more than anything. I just love a string section, like to be sat there and have, while it was happening live, I was like, it really helped me get into character hearing that, because it's just so beautiful. I actually wrote and arranged all of this. So I wrote the piano piece for the other guy, who's Charlie. Big up Charlie. He absolutely nailed playing that. He's one of Sam's friends. And then I composed the string section as well, just using plug-in VSTs. And then I gave them the notes of the plug-in VSTs, and they brought it to life. And hearing something that you've made in like this little small room come to life, played live, it's a really, really nice feeling. The same with the piano part, like, because I programmed a lot of the piano part with MIDI, because there are some parts that I can't actually technically play myself, so I drew it in with MIDI. I could hear it in my head, but I didn't have the technical capacity to play some of those things, so I gave it to this classically trained pianist, and he actually managed to pull it off. So I composed the whole thing, put it together, passed it to them, they brought it to life. The beginning is me playing, doing all the arpeggios. I practiced that to death, so I'm proud of that. That's quite a challenging piano intro, so proud pulling that off. Yeah, I'm gonna carry on.
Perspective evolves, weighing heavy on his conscience is the value of gold. Lamborghini for a life, trading money for souls. Jimmy followed the code inside the land of the free. Put your hand inside the cookie jar, take more than you need. And his example is exaggerated versions of me. And it's a version of him, and it's a version of she, and it's a version of you. There's no escaping the blame. The way we live is parasitic. Fuck for money and fame. Caught the music. This isn't entertainment, this is real life. The way we live is lunacy, community it declines. Hyperpolarized, always fighting, then we divide. Truth is less.
Did someone just realised that the melody of the strings, that's the first two Money Game melodies. Woo, 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 woo. I'm glad somebody noticed that.
Important than the money that we designed. Money's an invention. Politics from our invention. They all come from people's ideas. Did I mention? Border's an invention. Law and order fuel the tension. It leads to people killing each other. My solution.
I love this breaking the fourth wall shit. I love doing stuff like this. Bad folding. You can tell that I've never folded a suit jacket in my life.
Everything is subject to change. We could build utopias if individuals would...
The gun was real. And it was a fucking nightmare. Again, big up Connor, like tracking down this gun. Basically, it's a replica. You can't actually accidentally kill somebody with it, but it's a real replica. It's a gun that was once a gun that is out of commission. Finding a gun in the UK is very difficult. Very, very difficult, and we had to do that very last minute. So Connor actually sorted the gun on the bloody day of the day before the shoot. Like a lad, like an absolute very resourceful legend. I'm sure he'll tell you the story, but he managed to source not only a gun. I was very pedantic that it had to be a 45 caliber Colt pistol because of the lyrics of the 45 caliber through his brain. So I was very specific. I was like, it has to be 45 caliber. It has to be a Colt pistol. It has to be a Colt 45. So Connor was given this mission, and he fucking came through, man. He found two, actually. He sorted us with that 2 replica pistols. So if anyone ever needs to get a gun in the UK, I'm going to get my Twitch banned for saying this. I'm only joking. Guns are bad.
Taught to use their brains. But if we teach kids in schools to always be sheep and put themselves before the herd, if there's more money for me, then there's no future I see where the humans survive. We're parasites inside a petri dish with cannibal minds. Mold will grow upon the surface then consumes till it dies. And our fate could be the same without this story to the wise.